888-7696. Open weekdays 7:30 to 6 with after-hours pickup and drop-off available. Enjoy 50% off rental cars when your vehicle is in the shop.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with a local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
Slide into summer fun at Slidewaters Lake Chelan, your one-stop vacation paradise. With 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racer. Bolt down their two classic Thunder Rapids. With just you on your tube or a party up to 4. Plunge down the completely enclosed Purple Haze. Or float down the lazy river. Slidewaters Lake Chelan. For all the fun adventures, go to slidewaters.com.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Yeah, the smoke tinting the sun, that kind of warm shade of orange here at the ballpark as the anthem has been sung, the lineups have been announced, and we are getting closer and closer to first pitch here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Smith Sly joined by Jackson Dodd in the broadcast booth. Jackson, who are the lefties rolling out to start game one of the series?
Yeah, great question there, Smith. The lefties got Toma Holden lead off. He's in right field today, batting second and catching balls and strikes. It's Garrett Patterson. Third spot is the left fielder, Caden Young. Clean up first base, it's Caleb Campbell. Batting fifth, it's Sam Moore. The AppleSox returning. Yeah. He's in center field today. Then it's Will Feltos. He's at second base. Batting seventh, it's the DH, Jed Stang Traeger. It is his first game as well, along with Gavin Thompson as their first time with the lefties. And then it's Wyatt Moeller at third at batting eighth. And batting ninth at shortstop, it's George Smith.
I mentioned it there, Sam Moore making his return to Wenatchee, but not in an AppleSox jersey, and pretty soon after he left. He only played 3 games with the Sox this year. Only got 11 at-bats, 2 hits in total, batted $181, and is now switched sides in the West Coast League North Division, moved across to the Port Angeles Lefties, traded the first-place team for the dead last team in the West Coast League North Division. Like we said, it's the Sox, the number 1 team in the North, taking on the last-place Port Angeles Lefties. And the last time these two teams faced off, well, it went about exactly as you would expect. The Sox swept the Lefties in 3 games in Port Angeles. You were on the call for those 3 games. I mean, just a real good, feel-good series for the Sox.
Yeah, game one, it's feel-good at that. 20-1. Doesn't get more feel-good than that. Second game, it was 10-3, so Port Angeles, starting to pick it up. And then game 3, close, 5-3. It was really close, and honestly, Port Angeles Lefties, they got better as the series went along, but something they struggled with, and we'll see today, was their bullpen. They really struggled with control and throwing strikes within the zone. We'll see if that issue is still prevalent today ahead of game 1.
And leadoff man, Toma Holden, will climb into the right-handed batter's box. As the home plate umpire, Lance Kreck, has some words for the AppleSox bullpen all the way down in left field. Looks like there was a ball that was loose on the grass, and Morisaki, who's down there in the bullpen, picks it up to get it off the field. Of course, it's an open design here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. The bullpen's kind of in the line of fire of a hard line drive down the line. As now Harry Pelsman, the left-hander, will wind and fire. Today's first pitch is just high and just away. Ball one. This game starting at 6:34 p.m.
A little early today. Nice start.
And quickly, a 1-0 count on Holden. And then Pelsman fires the next pitch. And that clips the upper outside corner to even the count. And starting a minute early. So very punctual in a sense. 1-1 pitch to Holden. He cuts this back to the nets, and that count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Pelsman 4 strikeouts in his last outing in 4 2/3. Give up only 4 hits there. Scoreless throughout that, looking to replicate that ahead of game 1.
And making his second start of the summer here. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Holden. And he just misses low and away. And again, the count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Holden, kid out of Federal Way, Washington. Fairly close to home, playing for Port Angeles. Making a short drive over to Wenatchee. Here's his 2-2 pitch. And that's downstairs to fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm liking the breaking ball pitches here after getting ahead early. Try and throw it in the dirt and induce a weak out.
Full count on Holden. Pelsman, the payoff. Misses well outside. A leadoff walk to start the outing for Pelsman.
Yeah, I mean, close misses there. He's not missing by a lot. Just got to dial that back in a bit now.
And now he's got Garrett Patterson, the starting catcher today for the Lefties. He's batting .341 coming into today. 28 hits, 12 RBIs, 7 walks drawn. Also a pretty dangerous bat. As Pelsman looks to first, now lifts and delivers. And this is chopped up the middle, right at Jones at second, who steps on the bag, throws to first, and gets the double play by himself.
Incredible play there. Great job of seeing the ball, telling Hampton to back off. He's got it easily as a chopper just takes him right towards the bag. Easy step on and a great throw to first to finish it off. And just think, too, that's Jones's first start here at second base for the Sox.
Now your infield alignment is Paxton Bigby at first, Tyler Jones at second, Bryce Hampton at shorts, and James Castanola at third base. As now Caden Young climbs up to bats. Pitch from Pelsman is downstairs, skipped right in front of the plates. That's ball 1.
So now that walk that Pelsman awarded to Toma Holden now erased off his record.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and no one on. Pelsman, the windup, and the pitch. And he puts that one right down the middle for a strike. Like we said, it's a bit of a scorcher here today in Wenatchee. 94 degrees with smoke all over the horizon. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back to the glove of Owaduni. He couldn't squeeze it, though. It bangs off his gear, and the home plate umpire, Lance Craig, will allow him to take a walk.
They're just courteous there. Catchers do to umpires as well when they get hit.
1-2 count on Caden Young with 2 outs, no one on. Of course, that leadoff walk from Holden erased by the double play turned by Jones. Patterson looking to end the frame. He grounds this up the middle to Hampton at short, playing it on the run. The throw to first, tons of time to get the outs, and ends the inning. So the Lefties get no runs off, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. You're listening to it on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God,
I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
And despite a leadoff walk to start the top of the first inning, the Sox are able to sit down the side in order. Now the Sox have the bats in their hands. And Jackson, who are they rolling out?
Zach Doyle, no surprise, leads it off here. He's in center field. He's batting .475. This guy's bat is not slowed down. Batting second, the stolen base leader in right field is Kyle McGarry. Third spot, DH, and it's Ryder Young. Batting cleanup, it's Kainoa Santiago. He's in left today. Batting fifth, Paxton Bigby, your beer batter at first base. Sixth spot, the third baseman, James Castanoa. Batting seventh, at second base, Tyler Jones. Batting eighth, Akani Owoduni. He's catching, of course. Batting ninth is Bryce Hampton at shortstop.
Well, like you said, Doyle climbing into the left-hand batter's box, facing off against the right-hander Thunstrom on the mound for the Lefties. As Thunstrom gets his signs, comes set from the stretch with no one on. And his first pitch to Doyle. And Doyle goes after it, fouls it through his legs. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Doyle picked up his first home run in the series against the Victoria Harbor Cats. In Game 2, he started the AppleSox offense with a solo shot in the seventh.
Thunstrom set from the belt, the 0-1 pitch. Doyle waves and misses on the changeup that dropped off the table and finds himself in a hole now, 0-2. Yeah, Thunstrom wants to kick out his outing with a punch-out. And if you can sit down Doyle, that's a sign of good things to come. The 0-2. And he misses high and away with the breaking ball, and that's ball one.
You know, we talk about these guys on loan from their college. Doyle on the trip back from Victoria had to do an assignment. So on the bus, he's recording a video of himself.
1-2 pitch. Just misses away, ball two.
I'm not sure what class it was. We stop at a bus stop, you know, a big grocery store, and he gets out, sit on the curb, and you can just see him with his laptop on his lap, and he's just recording something for his class, but he made sure he got it in before the deadline.
2-2 pitch to Doyle. And he fouls it off and just stays alive.
He's putting the student in student athlete.
I was about to say, you know, the student comes first, then the athlete part. He's an academic weapon.
Yes.
I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's UC Irvine. Very rigorous academic program. Still 2-2 count on him. Thunstrom, here's the offering. Spun him around, wave and a miss on the fastball. And that's how Thunstrom's evening starts with a swinging K.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1.
He doesn't strike out much. It's honestly a rare sight to see Doyle do that. But of course, you'd rather have a swinging K than a backwards one.
Well, it brings up Kai McGarry. And 262, 22 hits so far this summer, 15 RBIs, and a team lead for stolen bases, 15. Kai McGarry just flying around the base paths this summer in Wenatchee. And the first pitch to him. A check swing, and he gets a piece of it foul, shot right to the Port Angeles dugouts. And McGarry tied with Dunn for stolen bases, 15 on the Sox. 0-1 count, 1 out, no one on. Thunstrom's pitch. McGarry fouls this right back to Patterson's glove behind the plates. And a familiar sight, no 2 counts to start out batter.
McGarry also a home run in Game 3 against Victoria. A 2-run shot, his second of the season.
Well, he's in a tough spot here. No balls, 2 strikes, no one on. Thunstrom for back-to-back punch-outs. A check swing just fouled off. McGarry able to stay alive.
Looks a little indecisive in this at-bat right here. There's 2 check swing foul balls.
And Thunstrom's got a bit of an interesting delivery. Pitches very much over the top. It looks like a catapult launching that ball. Trying to sit down McGarry here. The pitch to him. And he just fouls it off. It bangs off of Patterson's glove. And again, McGarry being a little pesty here with 2 strikes.
And the beauty with that throwing motion is the fastball comes in a lot flatter than other deliveries. So, of course, if they pick up on his fastball, it's going to do some great stuff for the Sox today.
Thunstrom gets his signs, shakes off a few, and now agrees on this one. 0-2 count on McGarry. With 1 out, the pitch. Grounded to third. Moeller is able to grab it, sets his feet, throws across the diamond. The throw is high. McGarry is safe.
McGarry, just so fast. I mean, the throw was high, like you said, Smith, but he already beat it out. This guy, though it's not a stolen base here, but honestly, this next play, wouldn't be surprised if he delivers with 1.
Yeah, McGarry committed to GCU after spending the last 2 years with ASU, the Sun Devils. Brings up Ryder Young, the low rider, junior from Upland, California. Currently with Gonzaga. He's got a runner on, 1 out here, bottom of the first. Thunstrom's offering, so Young is way downstairs for a ball. And we're still scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. This is game 1 of a 3-game series versus the Lefties. Sox looking to get 5 straight series wins. It's a 1-0 count on Young with McGarry at first. Pitch to Young. He shoots this on the ground to second. Feltis grabs it, flips to second, throw to first. Double play to end the inning. That was not what the Sox were hoping for. So they get no runs off 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base, and we are still scoreless. The AppleSox nothing and the Lefties nothing here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me, early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
And the Sox able to get some traffic on there in the first, but a Taylor-made double play up the middle wiped it clean as it's now Caleb Campbell leading off for the Lefties. First pitch to him. Pelsman is able to paint the outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, double play for each teams in the each of their frames in the first inning.
0-1 pitch from Pelsman. Campbell waves and misses on the fastball. 90 from Pelsman.
Yeah, you had Tyler Jones in the top half of the first, taking it himself and then going to first. Then a 4-6-3 double play in the bottom half of the Sox.
Pelsman looking for a quick punch out. Here's the pitch, and he misses just a hair outside, and 1-2 goes the count. And we're still scoreless here in the top of the second inning. Pelsman with a 1-2 count on Campbell. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss on the slider. Pelsman, his first strikeout of the evening, his 8th of the season.
Beautifully located right there. The tunneling was amazing. Goes with the fastball outside the pitch before, then the slider starts on that same exact location and then sweeps underneath the knees.
Now here's a sight for sore eyes. AppleSox legend Sam Moore making a return to the Valley. First pitch from Pelsman. And that just eludes the outside edge. 1 ball, no strikes on Moore.
I never got to see Moore play. I was, still graduating high school there. Smith, tell us a bit about Moore's tenure with the Sox.
Well, not a whole lot to say. Is the 1-0 pitch from Pelsman. That misses outside, ball 2. Like we said in the pregame, he's got a 181 average, so below 200. Only played in 3 games, 2 hits in total. An RBI though, so it will drive home a run in his AppleSox tenure. His 2-0 pitch, he hits this foul on the ground right past Bigby at first, and the count is going to even up 2 balls. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, he wasn't with the Lefties when I went down there in Port Angeles, so a new signing for them here.
Here's his 2-1 pitch from Pelsman. Outside, more thought about swinging at it, but holds up. 3 balls, 1 strike. And more from Spokane, Washington, playing at Lansing Community College. Of course, deciding to move across state to play for the Lefties after not getting, the most playing time with Wenatchee. So making up for it with the Lefties. But we said it before, trading the number 1 team in the North Division for the dead last team in the North Division. And here's his 3-1 pitch from Pelsman. He swings and misses at a top shelf fastball. That fills the count. And you're seeing 90 from Pelsman from the left side. And it can be hard to compete against. It's not every day you have a lefty throwing fuzz. There's a payoff to Moore. Ran inside, ball 4, and Sam Moore will hustle over to first base.
Hard 90 right there.
Yeah.
True definition of it. Hustling down the line.
Now here's Will Feltis for the Lefties. Taking a look at the Mariners game today. It's currently in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0, Reds on top already. Ellie De La Cruz, a solo home run to give the Reds the lead. As Pelsman kicks and deals to Feltis. That pitch high and tight, buzzed his tower a bit. 1 ball, no strikes. And the Mariners blew out the Reds yesterday. A little vintage grand slam from Cal Raleigh. Dumper is back. 1-0 pitch to Feltis. And he paints the outside corner, strike 1. And again, you see 90 from Pelsman. Consistently staying there, right in the low 90s. And he kicks and deals Feltis. That's his shot on the ground to Hampton at short. He flips to Jones at second. They'll throw it up first. They got it. The second straight double play for the Sox, and this one ends the inning. So, the Lefties, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We remain scoreless. The AppleSox, nothing, and the Lefties, nothing. Into the bottom of the second on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment. No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money. So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Yeah, 2-ball right up the middle ended the top of the second inning. Now into the bottom half, it's Kainoa Santiago leading off for the Sox. The first pitch to him is right down Broadway, taken for a strike.
Santiago leading the team in walks, homers, and RBIs. He's 12 walks away from the record at 42.
And 3 home runs away from the home run record as well. 0-1 pitch to him. And he crushes this down the right field line, hooking and foul.
Santiago, 3 at-bats in the All-Star game. Unfortunately, went 0 for 3 there.
And Santiago, 1 of 3 bats sent to Victoria, all came up hitless in the All-Star game. He's got an 0-2 count here. Thunstrom, the offering. And Santiago hits this straight up in an elevator shaft. Patterson behind the plate ditches the mask, drifts way over right in front of the AppleSox dugout, but makes the catch and 1 away here in the seconds.
Now batting, number station, number 25, Paxton Beachy.
Now the AB, Santiago was looking there, a bit unproductive. 3 pitches and you pop out. You want to try and get on base, especially when your score is so far against a team that you should be getting an early lead on.
And Santiago hit a bit of a snag recently, batting just $187 in his last 5 games. In the first pitch to Paxton Bigby, he hits it hard on the ground to first, and Campbell is able to block it up with the body and takes it himself for the out. And quickly, 2 outs here in the second inning.
Both bats just going at the ball today, swinging at first pitch, and both pitchers getting quick and efficient, easy outs.
And Bigby is your batter of the day, and he grounds on the very first pitch. So, beer is still the market price. Brings up James Casanolo with 2 outs, no one on. Thunstrom's pitch. And Casanolo takes this away for a ball. And Thunstrom gets set, gets his signs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Castagnolo. Ran way inside, maybe grazed the belt buckle for ball 2.
Castagnolo had some relief at third now that Tyler Jones has been playing third. Also second base as well, so he gives Dunn also a day off.
He's got a 2-0 count here with no one on, 2 outs in the seconds. His pitch, he lines this over Feltus's head in second base. That's going to get to the alleyway. Is it extra bases? Well, let's see. Castagnolo around first, into second, head first slide. He's safe. 2-out sliding double for Castagnolo. Wow.
Great call there by first base coach Ian Sacknell, telling him to go to 2. He sees Holden in right field, who's just leisurely going towards the ball, and didn't really pick up Castagnolo until he was about halfway towards second.
Number 2, Tyler Jones.
You mentioned Tyler Jones just a moment ago, and now he climbs up to the right side. Jones, a real multi-purpose infielder, has played third base, played shorts, now playing second base for the first time today. And he's exactly what the Sox needed after they lost Cooper Brass. 2 outs, runner on second. That's Castagnolo. The pitch from Thunstrom is skipped in the outside batter's box. Patterson able to keep it in front. 0-1 to Jones.
Castagnolo thought 3 there. But a great job of seeing the ball down, but also not getting too jumpy. As Patterson, like you said, Smith got back to it soon.
And we're still scoreless here in the bottom of the seconds. Thunstrom checks to second, and the pitch to Jones. He swings out of his shoes on a pitch that dropped off the table, and evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Castagnolo at second base for the AppleSox. A 2-out double. That was a few moments ago. The first quab of the day for the Sox. And now Tyler Jones at the plate with an opportunity to spin him around. And he goes chasing at another breaking ball that fell off the table. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second.
Jones had a heads up playing game 2 against Victoria on third. He actually forced a balk by the arm for the Harbor Cats. Acted like he was going to steal home, and it got the pitcher to break his hands early.
Well, Thunstrom looking to sit him down here. The 1-2 pitch is outside. It hits off the body of Patterson, able to keep it in front again, but the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And so after that, of course, the Harbor Cats weren't too happy with that situation, so they threw a ball behind him and then actually end up hitting off the barrel of his bat, and it was fouled away. So the Harbor Cats kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone, got an easy strike on the first pitch, and also sent the message they wanted.
2-2 count with 2 outs, runner on second. Jones wearing number 2 here in the second inning. Pitch from Thunstrom. In the dirt, this spits away from Patterson, but not far enough for Castagnolo to take third, and it fills the counts. And Patterson really having to work behind the dish.
Yeah, it's 3 balls that are going in the dirt, kicking away from him, and that one took him the farthest away from home plate.
Again, still scoreless here in the seconds. Sox could change that with 1 swing of the bats. Full count on Jones. Thunstrom's payoff pitch. Outside ball 4, and it gets past Patterson to the backstop. Castagnolo strolls into third. Jones will trot into first, and the Sox have him on the corners with 2 outs.
And now it's Akani Ojuni, who only has 2 RBIs this year, can make this three and open up the AppleSox scoring on this Tuesday evening.
Owaduni, young kid, just turned 18 recently and was at the MLB Draft Combine. He's one of a few really young kids on the Sox this summer, fresh out of high school. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Pitch from Thunstrom. And Owaduni takes this spiked in the dirt. Again, Patterson having to use his chest to keep it in front.
After an efficient first and an efficient 2 outs here in the second, now Thunstrom struggling a bit with command.
And that will prompt the pitching coach for Port Angeles to make a slow walk out to calm down his starting pitcher, Thunstrom. And while he does that, let's take a second to thank Buddy's Home Furnishings. Buddy's Home Furnishings has furniture, home electronics, appliances, and computers to suit any home, whether you're looking for sleek and modern, classic and cozy. Buddy's has furniture for every room that we know you'll love, with our flexible payment options and free delivery and setup. You'll be glad that you went with Buddy's. Now let's also take a moment and thank Banner Bank. At Banner Bank, we're excited to cheer on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank, member FDIC. We're huge fans of local sports in the community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank, member FDIC. Now the meeting concludes, and Thunstrom back up on the mound. 1-0 count on Owaduni with 2 runners on here in the second. Pitch to the youngster. He rips this down the third base line into the outfield. Castanola's going to score. Jones waved around second into third. He's safe. Owaduni coasts into second. An RBI double with 2 outs, and the Sox get on the board.
That's Owaduni's first extra base hit of the season, and man, and what a way they needed it there. Great scoring play there, and it's really just showing timely hitting. The Sox had really learned how to do that against Victoria, and Owaduni showing the takeaways here.
So it's 1-0 Sox on top here in the bottom of the second inning early on. As Bryce Hampton climbs up to bat from the right side. Redshirt sophomore from Bozeman, Montana. As Jones getting an aggressive lead at third. And the pitch to Hampton. Spiked in the dirt, outside again. Patterson having to keep it in front. 1 ball, no strikes on Hampton.
Everybody clap your hands.
And Tyler Jones, you mentioned it before, he has got some happy feet over at third. Dancing around, really trying to throw off the rhythm of Thunstrom. And a balk would bring him home to score. 1-0 count on Hampton. Pitch from Thunstrom. And Hampton lines this to right field, right at Holden, who didn't even have to move, just wait for it to fall to his glove. That's the final out of the inning. But the Sox able to draw first blood. 1 run off 2 hits. No errors. 2 men left on the base pass. They lead 1-0 now to the third inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
When saying goodbye feels overwhelming, Brookside Funeral Home is by your side. The Moeller family and our staff, now serving the Wenatchee Valley with the same award-winning compassion and dedication we have shared for years as an independent, locally owned funeral home. Brookside Funeral Home, helping you honor life and celebrate memories. Brookside Funeral Home, here for you when it matters most. Learn more at brooksidefuneral.com.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Lefties Insurance. Accidents can happen to anyone at any time without warning. At Lefties Insurance, our goal is to provide help before you need it. The right protection, competitive rates, and caring professionals. That's value. That's Lefties Insurance. Don't be caught without the right protection. Peace of mind is just a call or click away. Let's talk today.
Lefties Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
Embark on your next RV adventure at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino. Full hookups, lakeside views, and gaming just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot today at ColvilleCasinos.com. 12 Tribes Colville Casinos, far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Now at the top of the third, the Lefties trying to respond to the 1-0 lead for the AppleSox. Pelsman delivers the first pitch to Jed Stange Traeger, and he lines this into left field. It bounces all the way to the wall. Traeger round first into second. Santiago getting it in as quick as he can. It's a leadoff double on the very first pitch. And on the play-by-play, it's Jackson Dodd. I spoke over the first pitch, and he hits the leadoff double.
No worries. I mean, man, first pitch swinging there for Stange Traeger, excuse me. As you know, it's funny. We were looking at our pregame, some of the databases had him down as Strange Traeger.
Yeah.
He spelled his name as Traeger like the barbecue.
Yeah.
But there's no E, just the A. And now it's going to bring up Wyatt Muller with a man on second base here. The first runner in scoring position for the Lefties today. The Sox lead 1-0. First pitch from Pelsman, bunt showed, put down the first baseline. Pelsman gloves it, tosses over to first in time. The runner advances to third, and now 1-out with the runner 90 feet from home.
Yeah, back-to-back quality at bats for the Lefties. Of course, first pitch swinging, first pitch leadoff double for Traeger, and then that sac bunt there from Muller. He strings some quabs together, he'll end up scoring some runs, so one away, one on.
It's George Smith now, the shortstop. Bats .206 with 14 hits this season. Looking to tie it up here as the Sox lead once again 1-0. Bigby in on the infield grass. The first pitch just high for ball one.
You know, I come into the inning, I'm hoping, all right, he'll take the first pitch, right? No, he just crushes it into left field for a double.
It was a good knock, too, and then it kicked away all the way into the corner.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, man over at third. The pitch from Pelsman. Clips the inner half for strike one. Pelsman doing a great job of painting the corners today. He's looking to continue to do that. 1-1 pitch to Smith. He takes it just off the plate. Ball two.
Yeah, Smith coming to Port Angeles from Regis University. Had a great freshman year, batted .293. And then this past season, sophomore year, dropped down to .214 his average and only 16 games played.
He's crowding the plate. The 2-1 pitch from Pelsman, line the opposite way, but will stray foul towards the bullpen of the Lefties. And the count's even at 2s.
And even though his bat wasn't quite as hot this last year, his glove was really exceptional. He won a gold glove this past spring with Regis. So, real great defensive shortstop.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pelsman looking for his second strikeout today. Pitch on the way. Fought off foul into the netting. Fastball rung him up there. And man, right on the handle, but it'll stay alive.
He's being a pest. Drive with the pitch count of Pelsman. He's been very efficient thus far. So if you can start to chip into the efficiency, it can make him sweat a little bit.
Bigby still playing in on the infield grass over at first base, watching a bunt. Here's a 2-2 pitch. It's outside, ball 3. AppleSox dugout thought that was strike 3, but it was well off the plate. Smith with 3 RBIs this season, hoping to make it 4. He's got Traeger over at third after a leadoff double. The payoff pitch from Pelsman. Fans him. 2 strikeouts on the day for Harry Pelsman, and a much-needed out number 2 there.
Yeah, it's funny. I keep hearing you say, like, oh, Smith does this, Smith did this. And I'm like, I did? I don't remember doing that.
Hey, man, weren't you a honorable mention for your club team for WSU?
I was an all-regional relief pitcher.
Oh, all-regional. You're right.
Second team All-State.
There you go. Toma Holden, 2 outs. First pitch from Pelsman. Clips the inner half for a strike.
It's a pretty prestigious honor to be all-regional relief pitcher.
I apologize. I said honorable mention.
It's a common mistake. It's fine. It's fine.
No balls and 1 strike. The kick of the pitch is outside for ball 1. Yeah, tell us, Smith, what's your arsenal looking like on the mound?
Fastball, curve, change, and the slider if I'm feeling brave.
1-1 pitch. Holden swings through it for strike number 2.
And to be honest, the slider moves like a fastball, just slower and right down the middle. So,
that's a good off-speed pitch then. Disguised.
Yeah.
It's a changeup that's just not intentional.
Exactly.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Pelsman Throws him. Strike 3 called on the inner half. Holden can't believe it, but he's going back to the dugout hanging his head, and that is the third out of the side here. The Lefties leave one man on base over at third off of no hits, no errors, and no runs. Sox lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the third here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Bottom half of the third here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Thanstrom still on the mound for the Lefties as he's handled the AppleSox pretty well so far. A 3-up, 3-down inning in the first and surrendered 1 run in the AppleSox frame. In the second, there was a double by James Castanola and then another RBI double by Akanio Jr. His first extra base hit of the season brought him in and opened up the scoring of this ball game. Top of the order, Zach Doyle leads it off here for the Sox. Struck out in the first. Doesn't do that a lot. Thunstrom peers in, gets his sign, comes set at the belt. Reaches back and deals. Doyle swings through the fastball, and the count is 0-1.
Hey, struck out swinging in the first. Goes chasing at that pitch there. Doyle, I think one of the first times he's been in the leadoff spot.
0-1 pitch to Doyle. The righty takes it in the dirt for ball 1.
And he's been a very consistent bat for the Sox so far since arriving. I mean, batting .475. And you'd be thinking like, oh, .475, what's he played like 3 games? No, he's played actually 12 thus far. He's got 12-game on base streak as well.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Doyle takes it in the dirt for ball 2. You take a look at Thunstrom's fastball. Doesn't exactly blow you away. Sits around 82 going to 84 miles an hour. Hitters count here for Doyle. Thornstrom kicks and deals. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up shallow left field. Young ranging in and calls everyone off and squeezes it for the first out.
Yeah, Thunstrom, not a flamethrower. From the right side, very over the top. Sometimes, pitchers, you just can't explain why they're efficient or why they're effective. They just are. And, it's one of the things people love about baseball. It's just very nebulous at times.
Kai McGarry now with 1 out. Nobody on. The pitch. Swings and lines it into right field. Holden ranging towards his left. On the run, makes the grab for out number 2.
It's why in baseball you get guys with so many different styles, right? There's no one-size-fits-all way you should hit, way you should pitch, way you should feel the ball, because it all is just what works for you. Guys figure that out as pitchers. They'll find a way to pitch that might not seem like it's effective, but it works.
First pitch to Ryder Young. Taking it all the way and takes the fastball center cut for strike 1. He took his bat off his shoulder before the pitch even came in. Thunstrom. Pearson gets the sign from Patterson. Comes set. reaches back and fires the 0-1. Taken top wrong for strike 2.
And Ryder Young, his last time up, ground into a double play to Feltus at second base. So trying to make up for it. 2 outs, no one on.
0-2 count here. Sox leading 1-0 in the bottom half of the third. The 0-2 pitch to Ryder Young. Buried in the dirt for a ball. Patterson really likes that one there. Tossing out his glove in acknowledgement of Thunstrom.
I should know, too, Ryder Young, he's got the torpedo bat. A brand new piece of timber.
See if it'll help him here. The 1-2 pitch from Thunstrom. Young takes it off the plate for ball number 2. Count evens at 2s.
If you're wondering what a torpedo bat is, it's a kind of new style of bat that came around last year, where the barrel, the fat part of the barrel, is just lower down on the bats.
Less forgiving on the end of the bat, however. 2-2 pitch. Young chops it down towards second base. Felts is on the run, tosses leisurely over to third, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Sox. And, man, not the most effective time there. The second time they've gone down in order. Sox still lead, however, 1-0 as we head to the top of the fourth on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves a ding or dent in your car or truck, take it to Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service. Family owned, Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service will give you a free estimate and will handle all the paperwork. If you need auto repair, they can do that too, including checking the air conditioner, oil changes, tune-ups, diagnostics, and more. Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service.
Still at 1422 North Miller, Suite A in Wenatchee.
We're gonna take a ride, we're going down to Easy's Burgers, where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious, they really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers, made fresh for you.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special health care needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Garrett Patterson leads off the top of the fourth for the Sox here, for the Lefties. The Sox leading 1-0, picking up 1 run in the second. Pelsman kicks and deals. The first pitch is a slider just off the plate for ball 1. Patterson in his last day being in the first grounded out into a double play. The second for the Lefties today. The 0-1 pitch. Line down the right field line. It'll skip in front of McGarry. He can't glove it. And a leadoff knock to start out this fourth inning.
That's the fourth quality at bat today for the Lefties. They had a leadoff quab in the first, back-to-back quabs in the third with that double from Traeger, and then the sac bunt from Moeller, and now leadoff single from Patterson. So they've been getting quabs, just not timely, you'd say.
Caden Young, the left fielder, steps in. Righty on lefty action here. First pitch from Pelsman. Just high, ball 1. The sun slightly covered the ballpark here as the smoke really bogs it down and covers it. 1-0 pitch. Popped up, foul, and the count moves to 1-1.
This is about as hot, dry, and smoky as it'll ever be in the state of Washington right now.
Yeah, fire season. Pretty much have 5 seasons of the year.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch from Harry Pelsman. Just a hair off the plate. Great location there, and the count's 2-1.
I believe there are 2 fires going on right now north of Wenatchee, and that's where this smoke is, rolling in from.
Pelsman kicks and deals the pitch. Swing and flared out of play towards the WVC basketball courts, and the count even at 2s.
I know the East Coast right now is drenched in smoke at the moment as well. And now, West Coast, we're starting to feel it.
Runner over at first, no outs. Felsman kicks and deals. The 2-2 pitch is ripped down the third base line towards the AppleSox dugout, and the count stays at 2-2. Yeah, fall, winter, spring, summer, then fire season.
Yeah.
Patterson a two-step lead over at first. The 2-2 pitch. Pelsman checks back over to first, keeping Patterson honest.
Yeah, but if you ask someone who's not from Washington, Pacific Northwest, they probably just think the 5 seasons are rain, 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 and rain.
2-2 pitch from Pelsman. Slider called strike 3, a late strike 3 called by Lance Kreck, but gave him 3 strikeouts on the day. 4, 2 of those looking.
Yeah, Young did not agree with the call. He was not speaking his mind to Kreck behind the plates, but at the end of the day, Young's not calling balls and strikes.
Caleb Campbell now, he's 0 for 1. First pitch, center cut for strike 1. He was the first strikeout victim for Pelsman today. Then it was George Smith, Toma Holden, and then, of course, now Caden Young. 0-1 from the lefties, outside for ball 1.
That's when you got Pelsman pitching, lefty pitching to the lefties. How ironic is that?
I like that there. Pelsman set at the chest, peers over at first, and fires towards the plate. The fastball runs inside for ball 2.
Yeah, Lefty's a bit of an interesting team name there. Some of the AppleSox, I guess, but Lefty's a bit bizarre.
Do you want to know why they're called the Lefties?
Please enlighten us.
First the pitch. Pelsman fires, and it's batted foul towards the basketball courts again, and the count's 2-2. Yeah, so the Lefties are named after the geographical region in the upper left corner of the United States, and did a lot of research on them when the Sox were there in Port Angeles. The 2-2 pitch. Battled away, foul again, going towards the basketball courts. I feel like Campbell wants to play a game of pickup after this.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's lots of research. You gotta find things to talk about when you beat a team 20-1.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I have more. Pelsman, long pause, kicks and deals. The 2-2 pitch, flied out to right field. McGarry moving back in front of the warning track, hauls it in for the second out of the side. And so, yeah, the Lefties, it's a very sentimental, team name, has a deep meaning because of, where they're located at. It's Five Forks, which is where, Twilight was filmed. Anyways, here's Sam Moore.
I didn't ask you, you a big Twilight fan?
Never watched it.
Oh, okay.
I just going to school, I hear about it all the time, and thought I'd bring it up. First pitch to Moore. Deflects it a foul past the press box. Counts 0-1.
Yeah, I totally don't watch it either. Yeah, definitely don't.
Yeah, Smith, the way you're saying that, it's not exactly convincing. Well, I'm not going to judge you for it.
Oh, thanks.
The 0-1 pitch from Pelsman is a check swing. He does not go around, and the count's 1-1. So what's your favorite Twilight movie, Smith?
I said it. I don't watch them.
Okay. Guess we'll save that conversation for off air then.
Yeah.
Gonna run it on first and 2 out. Sox leading 1-0 here. Pelsman will check back over to first. No tag applied by Bigby. And the Sox with 3 hits today. Lefties with 2. 2 of those hits coming off a pair of doubles in the second by Connie Owoduni and James Castanola. The 1-1 pitch runs inside and backs more off the plate. And the count's now 2-1.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's in Twilight, if I recall correctly. Recently in the Batman movie. I think it's one of my favorite Batman movies. Best iteration of the Batman story.
The 2-1 pitch. Slaps foul out of play, and the count's now 2-2. Yeah, we talked in last series about Batman.
Yeah.
One of the players' favorite movie was the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like the Batman more than the Dark Knight.
See, I don't know if I'd say that. I think the Batman is its own kind of Batman movie.
Yeah, I respect that. 2-2 pitch from Harry Pelsman. Sliders off the plate, kicks away from Owoduni, but is able to keep Patterson over at first.
See, the Dark Knight, that's a more mature Bruce Wayne who's been Batman for a while, whereas the Batman is, Pattinson, he's a young kid, right? He's like, like in his early 20s. He's figuring out how to be Batman.
Payoff pitch from Harry Pelsman. Runner goes, it runs in, slide. And a 2-out walk issued by Harry Pelsman to Sam Moore. And Moore actually walked in the second as well. It's a third walk issued by Pelsman today. Runners now at first and second base. This is the second runner in scoring position for the Lefties today. Our statistician Ryan, he said his favorite Batman movie is the Lego Batman movie. Will Feltis with 2 outs. The first pitch is caught on the outer black for strike 1.
I respect the Lego Batman movie. It took a while for it to grow on me, and then I watched it when I got a little bit older, and I could, appreciate it.
It had to grow on you?
It had to grow on me a bit, and I realized this is actually a good Batman movie.
The 0-1 pitch from Pelsman. Clipped foul into the netting. The count's 0-2. First time I watched, I knew it was a masterpiece. You can ask one of our social media interns, Grant Chisholm, about our childhood reactions to the Lego Batman movie. Of course, growing up together since preschool. Pelsman looking to retire the side. The 0-2 pitch. Slider is just inside for ball 1. A really good front door slider offered by Pelsman there, but comes unrewarded. Runners still at first and second base. Sam Moore over at first. Garrett Patterson at second. Sox lead 1-0 here in the top frame of the fourth. Pelsman, short pause. The kick and the pitch. 1-2 pitch, high, ball 2.
I remember when I was getting ready to come to this job, and I go to school with Grant Chisholm at Washington State, and I remember I found out that you and him were, best friends, and I was like, I did not know this at all.
Yeah.
That was news to me.
It's a crossover. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outer half. 5 strikeouts today for Harry Pelsman to retire the side here in the fourth. The Lefties leave 2 runners on after 1 hit, no errors, and no runs. Sox lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the fourth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Bottom of the fourth here, AppleSox leading 1-0. We have to thank Lipke Insurance Associates. Contact Lipke Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Here before you need us. Peace of mind delivered online at Lipke.com. Again, the Sox with a 1-0 lead, picking up their only run of the ball game in the second, and the first and third sat down in order, hoping to reverse their luck here in the bottom frame of the fourth. Kainoa Santiago leads it off here for the Sox. One of the 5 All-Star selections. Hit a bit of a skid lately. Looking to bounce back here. Thunstrom kicks and deals. The first pitch is a fastball on the outer half for strike 1.
I mentioned Santiago with 30 walks on the season, 12 away from the record. He's also 4th place in the WCL for walks.
Thunstrom from the belt, reaches back and deals. Slider just off the plate, and the count's 1-1.
And that's why right there. That pitch really close in the lower outside corner, and he just knows the strike zone so well.
And that's why he has so many homers as well. 6 homers because he just picks the right pitch. The 1-1. Santiago swings through it for strike 2.
I mentioned him hitting that snag recently, which kind of was highlighted by the strikeout swinging to end the All-Star game. He was the last batter in the game. South ended up winning that game, and he went down swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Thunstrom. Santiago swing and a miss there for the second strikeout on the day for Thunstrom, and the first out of the 4th.
And I mentioned before the fact that all of the AppleSox All-Stars went hitless in that All-Star game, but pitching was lights out. I mean, Joe Thornton, 3 up, 3 down outing, and then Clint Beck, not exactly 3 up, 3 down, but 4 up, 3 down.
Yeah, and Thornton struck out 2 as well in that inning. Here's Paxton Bigby, your beer batter. First pitch. Below the knees, ball 1. Bigby always been a, there's always 2 guys we talk about for a beer batter. He's been the backup so far, but now gets his time to shine. 1-0 pitch. Bigby chops it over to first. Campbell takes it himself, leisurely steps on the bag for out number 2.
And second straight time now, Bigby's chopped one to Campbell at first, showing him some love over there at the corner infield spot.
Yeah, fellow first baseman. And, now it seems Castanova, who started off for the Sox, a double in the second and a run scored. Only run scored in this ballgame for either side. Thunstrom peers in and gets the sign from Patterson. Takes a brief pause, and he'll lift his leg and deal. Castanova takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
I'll check in on the Mariners game. It's 2-0. Reds extend their lead. Eugenio Suarez, solo home run.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Castanova cues it back into the glove of Patterson. The count's 1-1.
I don't know how to feel about the Gino home run. Former Mariner legend.
I'm happy for him. I like Gino. I want him to be happy.
Just don't do good against us.
That's fair. 1-1 pitch. Castanova rips up the middle, kicks off the foot of Thunstrom. Moeller, a sidearm throw, kicks away from Campbell, but Castanova decides to stay over at first. A lot going on in that play.
There were so many moving parts of that. I mean, he just smoked that.
100 miles an hour off the bats. I mean, hits perfectly off the heel of Thunstrom. And then the third baseman, Moeller, grabs it, throws across, and, throw was wide. It hits off the lefties' dugout. But it's a quality at bat for Castanova, 2-out knock.
Honestly, should have just take that one, need it, because that throw could have been extra bases for Castanova. We knew he was going to beat it out anyway. Of course, gets the infield hit single there. Now 2 for 2 on the day. At that point, you just got to hold it and not worry about getting it down there, because it's better to just keep him to first rather than to risk the chance of having a runner in scoring position. But now it's Tyler Jones with a man over at first base, and Jones was the first walk issued by Thunstrom today, and his only walk at that. Thunstrom at the belt, fires the first offering. Jones waves and misses. Breaking ball got him for strike 1.
And the breaking balls for Thunstrom have been really deceptive. A lot of movement on them.
They're almost the same speed as his fastballs as well, at around 83 miles an hour. The 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball low, ball 1.
Hey, he's not really chucking the fastball as hard as he can. He's got a little bit more touch on it, a little bit more finesse. So he's not overthrowing the fastball.
Now working off his off speed mostly. Here's the 1-1. Jones swings and misses. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thunstrom, he's got 2 strikeouts today. Picked up his second to kick off this 4th inning. Struck out Kainoa Santiago. Looking for his 3rd here on Tyler Jones. The 1-2 pitch is inside, nearly back pick by Patterson, but Castanova able to get over to first in time, and the count's 2-2. Jones was left stranded in the second inning over at third in scoring position. Thunstrom kicks and deals. The pitch swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts today for Thunstrom, and he retires the side in the 4th. The Sox leave 1 man on after 1 hit. No errors and no runs. They lead, however, 1-0 as we head to the 5th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, summers are hot, and the last thing you want is to turn on your car's AC and out blows hot air. Get your air conditioner recharged at Mid-Valley Automotive for just $287.74. And keep cool. This includes 2 pounds of 134A Freon. Mid-Valley Automotive works on all foreign and domestic models. Mid-Valley Automotive, 270 East Penny Road in Wenatchee.
This summer, splash your cares away and create unforgettable memories. Treat your family and friends to Slidewaters Lake Chelan. Overlooking the majestic Lake Chelan Valley, Slidewaters is your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racer, slide down the completely enclosed Purple Haze, float down the Lazy River, and the kids will love the Aqua Zoo. Their well-trained, friendly staff will ensure your stay is safe and lots of fun. Slidewaters Lake Chelan, now open through Labor Day. Visit slidewaters.com for more information.
Hear that? That's the plumpest, juiciest hot dogs you've ever seen getting their grill on. But we both know what'll make it sound even better. Oh yeah, it's a Pepsi to go with your hot dog. Because when you're chomping on America's favorite meal, relish, mustard, and onions perfectly blending into a crescendo of flavor, there's only one thing that makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Pelsman taking the rubber here, top of the 5th inning. Sox lead 1-0. Jackson Dodd, Smith's line, full play-by-play. Here's Smith.
Thank you, Jackson. 1-0 Sox on top into the top of the 5th inning. Jed Staines Traeger leads off for the Lefties. And the lefty, Pelsman, on the mound for the Sox, kicks and deals. And the pitch is on the upper outside corner, perfectly placed for strike 1. And Traeger, leadoff double back in the 3rd, but was stranded at 3rd base. And his 0-1 pitch from Pelsman. And he takes this just high, just away to even the counts. And Traeger making his lefty's debut today. First game with Port Angeles. He's got it here in Wenatchee. 1-1 pitch to him. Runs inside, but cuts the corner for strike 2. And Traeger not pleased with that call.
Perfectly painted fastball there on the inner half, and not much Traeger can do.
1-2 count. Pelsman looking for the punch out, and Traeger will hit this high to the right side, drifting foul. Bigby giving it a long look. It drops in front of them for a long strike.
Good effort there by Bigby, ranging all the way towards the lefty's bullpen, and of course not able to come with it. That's a hard play to reach down. But man, tip your cap to him.
Now still 2 strikes on Traeger. Pelsman wants to sit him down quickly. He's got 5 strikeouts tonight. Looking for 6. That pitch is high and away. Even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Traeger. Now the Sox did their ketchup and mustard race right before they sent it to the 5th inning. Locking your guesses now. Was it ketchup? Was it mustard? It was a very, very exciting race. I'll say that. 2-2 count. Pitch. Traeger. He breaks his bat as he hits this softly to 3rd. Casanova plays it on the run. The throw across his body there with tons of time for the outs. Man, you want to talk about getting sawed off? That's the definition right there. Pitch way inside, hit on the skinny part of the bats, and you could just hear it from all the way up here. It's one of the most depressing sounds in baseball.
Yeah. You hate to hear that because, it's just one, it's going to be an easy out, and also another bat retired in the books.
Well, it's Wyatt Muller now for the Lefties. He takes the first pitch inside, right on the corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. So again, the catch of mustard race. Drum roll, please. It was mustard. 0-1 pitch to Muller. High and outside, ball 1.
Smith, I'm a big ketchup fan, lifelong ketchup fan, and I'm just tired of, all the mustard wins. I believe it's rigged.
1-1 offering to Muller. He cuts and misses on a top shelf fastball, 90 straight past him.
I mean, Mustard pulls a hammy mid-race and somehow able to leg it out.
potentially rigged. It's been Mustard for 4 straight races. A 1-2 pitch to Moeller. And he lines this the opposite way through the 4-hole. It one hops to McGarry in right. That's a 1-out single for Moeller here in the 5th.
A good idea by McGarry there. He could have go for it, but it's better to keep it in front there, especially when there's, only up by 1 run. If it lets that get past him, it could be a triple.
So, 4 straight wins for Mustard. Ketchup just been left out to dry, basically. And George Smith now for the lefties. Pitch from Pelsman. High and outside. Owaduni had to jump up to catch it. Make sure that Moeller stays put at first base. And George Smith, sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona, on loan from Regis University. His 1-0 offering. Swings and misses on the fastball. 90 again from Pelsman. And Smith just can't catch up.
And Pelsman sitting nicely at 90. 91 hasn't dropped below that today.
A lot of heat from the left side. Plus the breaking pitches, which can really fool these batters. Here's his 1-1 pitch to Smith. And the changeup floats just too high and just too outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And Pelsman finished off the 4th, picking up his 5th strikeout. Having a good outing so far. Last start he only had 4. So top of that today.
2-1 pitch. Cut on and fouled in and out of the glove of Owaduni. And it's going to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 1 runner on here for the lefties. Moeller at first base after that. 1-out single through the right side into right field. And the Sox still leading 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Game 1 of this 3-game set versus the lefties. Sox wearing their home white jerseys in this first game. And the lefties wearing their road royal blues with the gray bottoms. Looking like the Boise State Broncos, basically, if you follow college football. 2-2 count on Smith with Moeller at first base. Pelsman glances at him from the stretch. Here's a pitch. As fouled off, Smith able to spoil that one.
Yeah, that foul ball kicked off the foul pole and bounced back into play. Don't see that happen too much.
Hit off the light post rights behind the first base dugout for the lefties. And that ball 67 miles an hour off the bat for Smith. A defensive swing, basically. As his 2-2 pitch, he gets jammed on the hands and shoots it to second for Jones, who gets it on a few hops, throws to first, gets the outs, but Moeller gets bumped into second base.
Notice what I mentioned, I had more fun facts for you.
Yes.
You mentioned the colors.
Yes.
Of the lefties. And, orange and maybe a royal blue. That represents the scenic sunsets over the Strait of Juan de Fuca.
It does.
It does.
Well, now it's Thoma Holden with a runner on second base. That's Moeller. 2 outs here in the 5th. Pitch from Pelsman. And he hits this high in the air, right field, tailing and twisting, just foul. As McGarry ran all the way over, but can't make the catch. Yeah, Holden 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in the 3rd to end that frame. And Thoma Holden, first name spelled Thoma. So either his parents misspelled his name on the birth certificate, or they're just having a goof. Here's the 0-1 to Holden. And it's outside for a ball. That's a 1-1 count on Holden. 2 outs and runner on second base. They're still trailing by a run. Sox on top 1-0. Pelsman, the pitch. On the hands, grounded to the left side, and just foul past third base. And you're right, Jackson. The colors of the lefties' jerseys do, in fact, represent the vibrant, iconic sunsets over the Strait of Juan de Fuca. I believe probably in the San Juans. 1-2 count. Pitch to Holden. Ran way inside. Owaduni had to slide over to grab it. And it's going to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second.
Yeah, I'm a big geography kind of guy, so, found that out and, had to note it.
Big geography guy. Interesting. 2-2 count. Pitch from Pelsman. Holden takes this, the slider that fell too low, and it's going to fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on him. Holden joins the lefties from Bellevue Community College. Batted .391 with the Bulldogs this past spring. 151 at-bats, 42 games played. He got used a lot in Bellevue. Hits in Federal Way, Washington. His payoff pitch. He shoots this right to Hampton at short. One skips to his glove. He's got it. Throws to Bigby at first. There's the outs. There's the inning. So the lefty's able to get a runner in scoring position, but leave him stranded. No runs off 1 hit. No errors. 1 man stranded on the base pass. Sox still lead 1-0. We're into the bottom of the 5th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
At Valley Tractor and Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale. And their people make sure that promise is kept. So the lefty's able to get a man on second base there in the top of the 5th inning, but can't spin him around. And it's Akani Owaduni leading off for the Sox. He goes after the first pitch and crushes it down the left field line. He's around first, steaming towards second as Young in left field took a tumble trying to play that ball. Owaduni upstanding, his second straight double tonight. Wow.
Yeah, Owaduni figured something out today. Came into this ball game batting .118 with only 2 hits on the season, but now back-to-back doubles and an RBI in his last at-bat. This kid's on fire.
Now it's lucky there with Young in left field, going to play that ball towards the left field line, and over by that's the bullpen for the AppleSox. It's, very muddy. I was over there earlier today, and it's very damp, despite it being, in the low 90s today. It's still very kind of swamp over there. And here's Bryce Hampton for the Sox with Owaduni on second base. First pitch to him, squares to bunt, pulls it back, pitches high. That's a ball. Now the Sox lead this game 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. They struck for 1 run in the second inning. James Casanola a double, and then was scored via an RBI double from Owaduni, who is now at second base. 1-0 count on Hampton. The pitch. He squares to bunt and bunts it right past Thunstrom, the pitcher, who just watched it trickle past him. Hampton safe, and Owaduni into third.
Man, this is why small ball is so important right there. He delivers huge, puts a runner over at third base. Now, of course, he comes away with bunt single.
And Thunstrom on the mounds was falling off towards his left, right-handed pitcher. And the bunt from Hampton was perfect as you can get towards Thunstrom's right, the opposite direction where he's falling off. So there's no chance for Thunstrom to be able to stop and get to that ball. So all he can do is just watch it roll past him into no man's land behind the mound. And brings up top of the order, Zach Doyle, who is 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in the first, flew out to left field in the third. But now he's got runners on the corners. Hampton at first, Owaduni at third, and a 1-0 Sox lead. And they can extend it right here. Doyle batting from the left side. Thunstrom pitching from the right side. First pitch. High and outside, ball one on Doyle.
And Doyle, guy, this is a guy you want to play. I mean, like you said, batting .475. He's got 19 hits, picked up his first homer in the last series. Now he got runners at first and third, looking to deliver and add more insurance.
Pitch from Thunstrom. Doyle takes this upstairs, ball two. And Doyle, 12-game on-base streak, which is every game that he's played with the Sox thus far. He's yet to have a game where he hasn't gone on base. He also has 3 4-hit games. I'll say that again, 3 4-hit games. He's been getting to work early and often with the Sox. He's got a 2-0 count here with 2 runners on, no outs in the 5th. Thunstrom, the pitch. Hampton takes off for second. Swing and a miss from Doyle. The throw down. They got him. Great throw from Patterson. Great tag from Smith at shorts. And Hampton left out on an island. Oweduni staying put at third.
Yeah, tough play there. And, of course, first and third, try and get some motion there. And they did, but a great throw, like you said, Smith by Patterson. That gives the Lefties their first out of this 5th.
So 1 away. Still a runner on third for the Sox. 2-1 count on Doyle. Pitch to him. And gets us on the hands, grounded to the right side. Campbell, the first baseman, is there to grab it and throws to first. Thunstrom was not covering the bag, didn't get there in time. So Doyle is safe. Oweduni stays at third. And a little bit deja vu here. Runners on the corners for the Sox.
Go down as a hit there, as, of course, infield miscommunication does not award an error, as, Thunstrom supposed to cover there. Really just walked his way over to first, and Doyle, of course, hustled a little out of the box and able to beat him out.
Yeah, so 3 straight hits for the Sox. As now it's Kai McGarry up to bat with runners on the corners and 1 out. And pitch to him. Goes after it, hits it high in the air to right center field. Holden, the right fielder. He's underneath it, makes the catch. Oweduni tags. He is going to score standing 2-0. The Sox extend their lead.
Kai McGarry just so clutch there, knowing what he has to do, having the approach, and that's what you need out of veteran guys like him.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 13, Ryder Young.
Here comes the low rider. Ryder Young, 2 outs and 1 runner on. That's Doyle there at first base. Sox up 2-0. Kai McGarry getting a sac fly just a few seconds ago. Thunstrom still on the mound for the Lefties. His pitch as Doyle takes off for second. The throw is low and away. They throw down. He is safe by a mile.
Runner in scoring position now. Sox looking to extend their lead. I mean, it's already 2-0, but why not add some more cushion?
Yeah, 3rd stolen base for Doyle this season. He's been getting it done on basically every single aspect of the game. Hitting, fielding, base running. And extends his on-base streak to 13 games now with that single a few moments ago. 1-0 pitch to Young. Oh, he crushes this on a line to left field. Young comes in and makes the catch right on his shoelaces to take a hit away and end the inning. But the Sox do get 1 run off 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left stranded. The Sox lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 6th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We get slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
Chad and Amanda with Holidays Custom Muffler wish the AppleSox the best on the field this season. If you're in need of muffler work, visit Holidays Custom Muffler. They work on all cars, trucks, motorhomes, and more. Holidays provides free estimates, affordable solutions, and they guarantee their work. For an appointment, call 509-888-0128 or stop in at 400 South Columbia Street in Wenatchee.
American Shoe Shop has never been your typical shoe store. Our history began with shoe repair in 1920. That tradition has given us the knowledge to serve your footwear needs like nowhere else. American Shoe Shop strives to bring you the best in everything from casual comfort footwear, finest of hunting boots, with brands like Blundstone, SAS, Birkenstock, Kenetrek, Crispy, Keen, and so many more, as well as surprises like Axes from Grants Force Bruck and Optics from Knox, all only at American Shoe Shop, downtown Wenatchee.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the New America Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning Best Musical 1776. July 31st to August 15th at New America PAC. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at newamericapac.org. The day is done for Harry Pelsman. He goes 5 innings scoreless, allowing just 3 hits, 3 walks, and striking out 5 batters in his wake. And now he hands it off for Levi Grotham, the right-hander, the freshman from Woodinville, Washington at Cal State Bakersfield, making his 9th appearance on the year. And then he draws Garrett Patterson. First man he'll face in relief, and the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for a ball. And Grotham, a 1.32 ERA. 9 strikeouts, 10 walks. 1-0 pitch to Patterson. And he slaps this high, but foul, well out of play on the right field side.
Got a good barrel there just a tad bit late, sending it all the way towards the WVC school building, and some kids hustling over to try and get the foul ball.
Even count, 1-1, no one on, no one out. Pitch from Grotham. The bender bends in for a strike. Patterson taken all the way. 1-2 the count.
Really good breaking ball there, dotted perfectly at the knees, a true pitcher's pitch.
And Grotham wants to start his outing with a punch-out. Can he do it? And he skips this one in the dirt right off of Owaduni's chest protector, and the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Owaduni doing a good job today, keeping the ball in front of him, using his body, keeping in front of him, and just put a lot of effort behind the plate.
2-2 count. Patterson awaits the pitch from Grotham. And he fouls this one off and just becomes a pest, staying alive. And the sun falling here in Wenatchee ballpark. Starting to get a little dim. Lights coming on. 2-2 count. Pitch from Grotham. Grounded hard up the middle. Jones thought about diving for it at second, but does not. It leaks into center. It's a leadoff base hit for Patterson.
If that didn't kick off the bump, that might have been an easier ground ball for Jones there, but a weird kick sent it more up the middle than its original trajectory. And of course, Jones just not able to come down with it.
It's quality at bat number 6 for the Lefties. And that brings up Caden Young. And yet they're still scoreless. It's 2-0 Sox on top. As Grotham gets his signs and comes set from the stretch. His pitch to Young is cut on and fouled right off of Owaduni's body. 0-1 goes the counts. And Young comes to Port Angeles from Fordham University. He's a kid from McKinney, Texas. Batting from the right side, going up against the right-hander Levi Grotham, working from the first base side of the rubber. In the 0-1 pitch, to Young. He takes high, takes away, ball 1. And Young, his dad actually played baseball at Fordham, as does Caden. So his dad, Colin Young, played at Young's now alma mater. 1-1 pitch to him. Way upstairs, ball 2. It's kind of cool to see a son following in his father's footsteps, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Going to Fordham University to play ball. And 2-1 count here on Young. Sophomore from McKinney, Texas. Grotham, the pitch. Runs way inside. And that's going to make it a 3-ball, 1 strike counts on Young.
Yeah, Young looking to make it runners at first and second now, and a good spot for him here.
3-1 count, runner on first, no outs here in the 6th. Grotham's pitch, cut on and miss, a fastball away, and that fills the counts.
Yeah, all Young could do there, just throw his bat at it. His hands so far disconnected from his hips.
And 90 miles an hour from Grotham's heater. And now the payoff to Young. And he hits this in the air to left field, a soft fly ball that floats its way to Santiago, who casually strolls over and makes the catch.
Doing a good job of getting it out there after Grotham was down 3-1. You had a quality at-bat for a pitcher. Grotham would get it there.
I wonder what that would be
Yeah.
For a pitcher. You could say quality at bat. You'd say quality batter faced.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just doesn't roll off the tongue. Quiba. Pitch to Caleb Campbell. Just cuts the outside corner, strike one.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue like a Quab, though.
That's the thing. Quab's its own special thing. And Grothin checks to first. Now comes Sets from the stretch. 0-1 pitch to Campbell. Check swing. Did he go? The last down. No, he did not. Field ump JT Rentschler says he does not break the plane, and that's going to even the count.
Yeah, first baseman Bigby was sold on that being strike number 2.
1-1 count on Campbell. Grothin set from the belt buckle. Here's the pitch. And he puts that right on the outside edge at 88 miles an hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Campbell. And there's one away here in the 6th. Sox up 2-0. Runner on first for the Lefties. Grothin. Here's the 1-2 offering. Campbell waves and misses on a slider in a different area code. And that is the first punch out tonight for Grothin.
And a great job by O'Dooney to snag it. On a slider like that so far away and in the dirt, usually you would expect that to kick away from the catcher. But he did a great job of seeing the ball down, staying down on it, and catching it out in front.
Brings up Sam Moore with 2 away and a runner on first, trailing by 2 runs. Grothin, long hold, and the pitch. Moore chops this off of home plate right to Grothin on the mound, who sets his feet, throws to first, and that's it for the 6th inning. So the Lefties, no runs, off 1 hit, no errors, and they do leave 1 man stranded on the base path. Sox still lead 2-0, heading to the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. I'm Smith Sly, joined by Jackson Dodd on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
And the Sox lead 2-0 heading here into the bottom of the 6th inning. And Gavin Thunstrom is finally done for the Lefties. He goes 5 innings, allowing 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, only 3 strikeouts. And now he hands it off for Tyler Rutgers, kid out of Yakima Valley College, right-hander, take over in the 6th inning. Of course, he draws Kainoa Santiago, Paxton Bigby, and James Casanola as his 3 guaranteed Sox.
As Santiago steps up now 0 for 2 today, again in a bit of a slump so far in the last couple of games.
No better time to turn around than right now. Facing off against Rutgers in relief. Again, Sox up 2-0. Santiago on the precipice of history in 2 respects, home runs and walks. 12 away from the walks record for the Sox and 3 away from the home run record at 9. Rutgers comes set from the stretch, takes a breath, and delivers the pitch. It's just high, just away for ball 1.
Santiago shakes his head. When he has a take that he knows is well off the plate or, also well inside, he always shakes his head, visibly showing his thought process.
1-0 count. Rutgers, the offering. Again high, again outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And Santiago, you mentioned getting in a bit of a slump recently. His average at one point was in the high 300s and has slowly been whittled down over time. 2-0 pitch to Santiago. Check swing. It's right there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And, of course, now the average at 305. So 1 point somewhere around 365 and has been shaved down slowly but surely. But 305, still a good average. Rutgers, pitch to Santiago. On the inside corner, strike 2, and Santiago now having a battle. And he leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sox on top 2-0. Game 1 of this 3-game set versus the Lefties. 2-2 count. Rutgers, here's the pitch. Santiago crushes this to the right center alleyway, and that could be extra bases. He's steaming around first. Into second. Play at the bag. He is safe. Foot first slide. Lead off double for Santiago.
Way to break up an 0-for-2 day. Did a great job of recognizing the off-speed early, waiting for it to break, and, man, just cut a great barrel towards the right center gap like you said, Smith.
The first baseman and your beer batter, number 25, Paxton Bigby.
Brings up the beer batter, Paxton Bigby. Hitless today, a pair of groundouts to Campbell at first. But now, no outs and a runner on second base. That's Santiago with the leadoff double a few seconds ago. Bigby looking to come up big. Left-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher in Rutgers. The right-hander kicks and deals. Inside, ball 1. Man, Bigby. Big guy from the left side. Could get a good pitch to hit here and could line it to the outfield grass. Would score Santiago and would extend the lead. Here's his 0-1 pitch. And he jackknifes away, but it's on the inside edge for strike 2, and Bigby now behind in the counts. And Bigby calls time now, steps out. He wants to come up big. He's got 4 hits so far this year, 2 RBIs, batting .222 on the dots. 1-1 count on him with no outs. Rutgers, the pitch. Bigby flares the bat at it, just gets a piece, just fouls it off, just stays alive. And Bigby, junior out of the University of South Alabama. 2 years at Shoreline Community College before that. And, of course, played with the Cowlitz Black Bears last summer in Summer League Baseball. Now with the Sox for 2026. 1-2 count on him. Rutgers, the offering. Bigby hits this high in the air, left center field, tailing towards Young in left. He's underneath it, tons of time, makes the catch. That's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Bigby now 0-for-3. After that, had 2 pair of ground outs in the second and fourth, and now the F7 there.
Here's James Castanola, who is 2-for-2 today. Multi-hit game, double in the second with a 2-out double, and came around to score. And then a 2-out single in the fourth. Now he's got 1 away and a runner on second base. He's got 2 hits, looking for his first RBI of the evening. Rutgers set from the belt buckle, the breath, and the pitch. And Castanola takes it away, but it cuts the corner for strike 1.
Yeah, right now, put on a player of the game performance. Him and Kanye Wuduni battling it out right now.
Yeah, 2 of them have been the dynamic duo for the Sox today. They lead 2-0 here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Rutgers, the right-hander, working from the first base side of the rubber. From the stretch, checks to second. Here's the pitch. That one runs well outside. Good take from Castanola. Evens the count. And Castanola, one of 3 anteaters on the roster for the Sox at the moment. Him, Doyle, and Podstreleni. Here's his 1-1 pitch from Rutgers. Curve put perfectly into the zone for strike 2. Castanola taken all the way.
Beautifully painted curve there by Rutgers. Couldn't ask for a better pitch. Nothing that Castanola can do on that one.
Well, now he's in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes with an out and a runner on first base. Rutgers to sit him down. Here's the pitch. Way upstairs, ball 2. Castanola, pretty Obvious take there. And Castanola currently rocking a 16-game on-base streak that was extended today. He has just been on base continuously for the Sox. His 2-2 pitch. Waves and misses on the slider well away. And that's out number 2 here in the 6th.
He really fooled him there, just threw his hands at it and tried to clip it. But man, that slider just kept on sliding away from the barrel of his bat and no chance to get contact.
And the first strikeout tonight for Rutgers. Pulls up Tyler Jones, starting second baseman today. And his first start at second this summer. He started at short, he started at third, and now over at the other side of second base. 2 outs, runner.
Streaming on Sunny FM, being brought to you by Performance Auto Sound in Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Yakima, Kennewick, and Walla Walla. And by Easy's Burger Deluxe in Wenatchee, home of the genuine deluxe burger. And by Slidewaters and Lakeside Surf in Chelan. Get your 2026 season passes online by visiting their website, slidewaters.com.
Cut for a strike. Well, my good friend Valente Barrios played center field for our Eastmont Wildcats squad. Was no doubt the best player on our team for that year. The 3-1 pitch. Deflected foul into the netting. The count is full.
You taught him everything he knows?
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that for sure.
You know, as a career, JV player myself,
We get to practice leadership down there, being the captain of the squad there. Payoff pitch from Grothin. Popped up out of play towards the parking lot, and the count stays at 3-2.
Man, Feltus had a great season with Yakima Valley this past spring. 341 the average, 13 stolen bases. He's pretty speedy.
3-2 pitch from Grothin. Popped up again towards the same spot. Nearly hits a truck, and the count stays full.
Man, he's just being a pest right now. Fouling off pitch after pitch.
Grothin looking to strike him out. Feltus looking to pick up a hit today. Payoff pitch lined up the middle over the glove of Hampton, and will settle into center field. The leadoff knock here in the 7th for the Lefties.
That's one of those hits that just looks beautiful off the bats. You know, has a little bit of tail to it, a little bit of spin. No, nothing Hampton can do. He can't catch it, but you just watch it. Just kind of a little bit of backspin, a little bit of tail towards the left center gap, and just a beautiful line drive.
Here's Jed Stange Traeger, who was 1 for 2 today. A leadoff double in the 3rd, and a ground out in the 5th. Looks like Grothin's day is done. They're going to bring in a new arm. It's Clint Beck. We'll talk more about him after this here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment. No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money. So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank, member FDIC.
It's time for This Day in Baseball History, presented by NCW News, the NCW News Network. Accurate and intensely local news for North Central Washington. Check ncw.news for community stories every single day. So there's no day in AppleSox history, so we'll go to this day, July 21st, 1973. Atlanta Braves superstar Hank Aaron hits his 700th career home run off of Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Ken Brett in an 8-4 loss. So, of course, we mentioned before the break, Clint Beck coming in for Levi Grothin Smith. Tell us more about Beck.
Yeah, Beck, the kid from Weatherford Junior College, making his 12th appearance for the AppleSox. He has the most appearances out of anyone out of the pen. He's got a 1.74 ERA, 3 wins, no losses, 4 saves. No wonder this guy was an all-star.
He's facing Jade Stange Traeger. First pitch he pops up, fouls, the runner steals for a second, but he has to go back. And Beck just committed to Gonzaga during the All-Star break. So in a way, the Sox sent 4 Bulldogs up to the All-Star game.
Yeah, all roads lead back to Gonzaga, basically, for the Sox.
Beck peers in and gets the sign. And the 0-1 pitch to Traeger. He'll check back over to first instead. Feltus in there safely. And Feltus led off the 7th with a leadoff knock on a full count there. Really good AB. As the Sox lead 2-0 here in the top half of the 7th. Beck fires over again. You know, there's 2 different types of pickoffs. One where they're just checking over and really just killing some time. The other is trying to actually be efficient and get the out. Beck tried that on the last one there. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Beck. And excuse me, he'll go over again. Feltus strolls in safely. 3 straight pickoffs by Beck. Something about Feltus makes him uncomfortable. Beck kicks and deals. The 0-1 pitch runs inside on the righty, and the count is 1-1.
That can be annoying sometimes when you're a relief pitcher coming in with runners on that aren't your runners. You know, that was Groffin's runner, the single from Feltus. So it can be a little bit obnoxious to have a runner on.
1 ball, 1 strike. Man on. The pitch from Beck. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs for strike 2.
They got the sidearm delivery for Beck. And that fastball, 87 miles an hour. So decent velocity and the arm angle makes Beck just kind of a deadly relief man.
And no wonder he was an all-star. A quick pitch by him ends up outside, kicking away from Dooney, and Feltus takes advantage of the throw down, kicks away from Jones, and a stolen base for him.
That was just a bit bizarre there. Quick pitch from Beck. I mean, nowhere near the zone. Gets past O'Dooney, and then, you know, Feltus able to very obviously say, okay, well, I can take second now. And then throw down was actually fairly close, but, you know, feet first slide, he's safe.
Might have been a quick pitch out. And Beck having to wander around the mound now. He might have lost his footing on the delivery, and that's why it looked funky. Looks like he's shaking his right ankle. I think it got caught somewhere in the rubber. And Beck will nod his head and dig back in. It's a 2-2 count. Looking for a strikeout on Traeger. 2-2 pitch from the Bulldog. It's a fastball upstairs. Strike 3 swinging. First strikeout on the day for Clint Beck in relief for Levi Groffin. And there's 1 out here in the 7th.
Yeah, 7th strikeout for the AppleSox pitching staff as a whole. And you know, Mitch Darlington's going to come out now and check on Clint Beck. Like you said, was kind of shaking his foot around. And the Sox have Chihiro Sato warming up in the bullpen, the kid from Tokyo. So if worst comes to worst, you could always bring in Chihiro to take care of the lefties.
Yeah, trainer going to check out and make sure that Beck's all right. We'll take a look at this. Excuse me. It's time for WCL School Board Report presented by Exala Wellness. Visit exalawellness.com today and discover holistic, non-invasive care tailored just for you. So, Smith, a lot of games going on. What do you got?
Well, we'll start with the North Division. You got Kamloops playing against Edmonton, and it's 5-4 Riverhawks leading. Then in the South, you got the Ridgefield Raptors taking on the Marionberries. It's 5-3, Ridgefield on top. Then you scoot over to another South Division game. It's the Walla Walla Sweets welcoming the Yakima Valley Pippins. It's 3-1, Pippins on top of the first place Walla Walla Sweets. Then going back to the north, you got Victoria playing against Nanaimo in Nanaimo. 5-0, Harbor Cats on top. Then back to the south, Bend Elks playing in Corvallis. It's 2-1, Knights leading that game in the bottom of the 5th.
Wyatt Moeller, first pitch from Beck. Fastball yanked outside for a ball.
And then you got the Bellingham Bells, who are welcoming the Kelowna Falcons. It's 7-3, the Falcons leading. The Falcons, I mean, just really starting to put up a great season. And then in the south, it's the Springfield Drifters playing against Portland. 2-0, Pickles on top.
Beck checks over to second base, but nobody close for a pickoff. I'll have to go back to the mound. And, you know, speaking of the Bend Elks, a 31-0 loss on Sunday. Ridgefield Raptors, man, what a game for them. 1-0 pitch from Beck. Fastball, flared out of play, and the count's 1-1.
That's a new record for most runs scored by a team in the WCL. And, I mean, it's not every day you see a baseball team put up 31 runs. And, of course, Ben, second to last in the South Division. Ridgefield Raptors, second place in the South Division.
1-1 pitch from Beck. Fastball clips the inner half for strike 2.
Yeah, Moeller wasn't too happy with that. That one almost, you know, took some skin off his knuckles, but called for a strike.
Yeah, crowd in the plate a hair. The man on second base with 1 out. Beck looking for his second strikeout in a row. The 1-2 pitch. He throws his hands at it and pops it up out of play. The count stays at 1-2. Pelsman got the start today for Wenatchee. 5 innings, scoreless there, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts as the Sox lead 2-0 here in the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch from Clint Beck. And he'll check over to second base, step off the rubber. And they're going to say it was a balk. And Feltus now awarded third base. Beck trying to figure out what exactly he did there, whether it was his hand placement or his footing. But a runner now 90 feet from scoring with 1 out and a 1-2 count on Wyatt Moeller. Beck, set, lifts his leg and deals. Next offering. Lines in the glove of Jones, who dives up and grabs it for out number 2. The run still stays over at third. He does not come in. And a very effective out for Clint Beck.
That's one of those balls where it's just kind of begging to be a highlight reel play, where it's just within reach for Jones to just kind of jump and float up to the ball, but, not too high that he can't make the play on it, and not too low that he, looks a little silly for jumping after it,
George Smith with 2 outs and a man over at third. Looking to get the lefties on the board here as the Sox lead 2-0. First offering. He skips it over second base. Jones on the candy hop, takes it himself, and fires the first for out number 3. The lefties leave one man on in scoring position over at third base after 1 hit, no errors, and no runs. Sox lead 2-0. It's time to stretch here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Connie Owoduni leads off the bottom of the 7th here as the Sox lead 2-0. Rutgers still on the mound, coming in relief for Thunstrom. First offering, Owoduni swings through it for strike 1.
Yeah, we'll check in on the Mariners game. Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0 Reds on top, but Mariners got 2 runners on, and you got Julio Rodriguez at the plates.
0-1 the count. Rutgers, the breath in the pitch. Sliders. Clipping the top of the rung for strike 2.
Julio Rodriguez had a walk-off sac fly in Game 2 against San Francisco this weekend. So that was a fun game to watch.
0-2 pitch. Owoduni takes it high, ball 1.
I was at that game. It was Coug night at the Mariners game. Got the custom Coug Mariner jersey. It might be the coolest jersey I have in my entire wardrobe.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball's high, ball 2, count even there.
I don't know if Mariners do an ASU nights. I don't think they do.
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Jackson.
Maybe the Diamondbacks, I guess. 2-2 pitch from Rutgers. Owoduni checks his swing, but it's high, ball 3. That's the thing, heading down there to, Arizona State, I'm not a Diamondback fan, and definitely not a Cardinals fan. And so that's going to be a tough pill to swallow. Payoff pitch here to Owoduni. He deflects it foul past the press box here, and the count stays full.
You're going to be a transplant, basically, once you get there. People are going to be frustrated with you because they're going to be like, what's your favorite sports team? They're going to be like, oh, the Mariners.
And the football team is the Chiefs, too.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch. Owoduni waves through it for strike number 3. Starts off this 7th inning, man, not exactly with a bang.
The shortstop, number 5, Bryce Hampton.
So now it's Bryce Hampton, who is 1 for 2 today, a line out in the 2nd and a single in the 5th. See the news and walk-up song, it's Locked Up by Akron.
I like it.
1 out, nobody on. Sox leading 2-0. Rutgers kicks and deals. Hampton swings and flies it out to center field. Moore on the run, holds it in for out number 2.
You know, there was a member of the Washington State University baseball team who had that as their walk-up song, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was, but that's where I recognize it. Because I remember game after game, he would come up to bat and that song would play. And it's not a bad song, it's just an interesting choice for a walk-up song.
Yeah. Here's Zach Doyle, top of the order. With 2 outs, Sox leading 2-0, nobody on. First pitch, way outside, and the count's 1-0.
Yeah, Zach Doyle extended his on-base streak today to 13 games. He is still yet to have a game as a Sox where he's not reached base.
Rutgers Pearson gets the sign, and the 1-0 pitch from the righty. Doyle takes it for strike 1. Smith, what would your walk-up song be?
For the longest time, it was Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue.
That's good.
And then for my senior year, it was Bullet in the Head by Rage Against the Machine.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Hit off his... They're going to say I was hit off the knob of the bat, and the count's 1-2. Couldn't exactly see if it was his hand or the knob, but it kicks off the knob there. You know, I had a kickball tournament, actually, the other day. At our high school, we didn't have walk-up songs. So my kickball tournament, my walk-up song was Hot by Young Thug. 1-2 pitch, swinging and missing the dirt. Tag applied to finish off the play. The Sox go down in order 1, 2, 3 here in the 7th. It's time for the 8th. Sox lead 2-0 on the AppleSox Radio Network.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Need to rent a car? Remember Wenatchee Rental Cars. Locally owned and located near the airport, they offer after-hours pickup and returns are available. They rent European cars, SUVs, and 7-passenger vehicles, all equipped with all-wheel drive for safe driving. Book by calling 509-888-2397 or send a rental request at WenatcheeRentalCars.com. All vehicles are clean, dependable, and maintained by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair.
Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Look no further than Taproom by Hellbent Brewing. With the vibrant energy of Pybus Market meets the delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. So here we are, top of the 8th. Sox leading 2-0. It's the top of the order. And Toma Holden. Beck still on the mound for the Sox, in relief for Grothin. And the first offer from the sidearm righty is in there for strike 1. Beck made an appearance also in Victoria. Joe Thornton pitching another inning after him. The 0-1 pitch is thrown outside, ball 1. And, you know, Beck this year, a 3-0 record and 4 saves. The righty set at the belt, the breath and the pitch. Holden swings through it for strike 2.
And when you think about it, when he came in the 7th, he basically faced the minimum. First three batters he faced, he sat all three of them down, 3 up, 3 down, even though there was a runner on first base.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside ball 2. Holden wanted it. You could see him leaning towards the outer half. Able to keep his hands back, and he stays right in the righty's batter's box. 2-2 pitch from Beck. Fastball slapped the other way towards second. Jones on a step fires to first for out number 1.
And Jones has been getting a lot of action at second base today. His first start there this season. And he's just a fun fielder to watch in the infield, whether that's at short, third, or today at second base.
Yeah, giving Raphael done a much-needed day off. And now it's Garrett Patterson with 1 out, nobody on. Sox leading 2-0. Lefties, if they want to come away with a game-1 win, have to get something started now. First offering. Shot foul towards the first base coach, and the count's 0-1.
And Patterson, for a catcher, has got a bit of a wiry frame. 5'10", 175 pounds. Looks like he needs a sandwich.
The 0-1 pitch. Slider. Flips the inner half for strike 2.
These are the knee-high pants, too. Those kind of light blue socks. Orange stripes, 3 of them.
No balls, 2 strikes. Beck lifts his leg and fires. The next offering, deflected back, foul, and then a play. You know, I learned that blue, it's called surf blue, Smith. I've never heard of surf blue, but I'm guessing it's like surf like the ocean. The 0-2 pitch from Beck. Cued into the glove of the righty. Easy toss to first for out number 2. And do you get why it'd be surf blue, Smith? Because of the colors that are reminiscent of the sunsets over the Strait of Juan de Fuca over in Port Angeles. So that's my favorite fun. I just love that fun fact.
This is fascinating. This is the kind of stuff you look up when you beat a team 20-1. Obviously, the score not reflective of that here tonight.
I have one more I haven't used this series, and I'll bring it in one of these days.
Nice.
Here's Caden Young, first pitch. Deflected into the screen, straight back, and the count's 0-1. Young, not a great day today, 0 for 3. Ground out, strikeout looking, and a line out in the 6th. And Sox in their all-white uniforms with red lettering saying AppleSox across the chest. Red cap with a navy blue bill. Next offering off the plate for a ball. Beck in his second inning here. AppleSox have another arm warming up in their bullpen, so I doubt we'll see him come into the 9th. The 1-1 pitch. Slider sweeps across the zone and clips top rung for strike 2. And Beck just so effective all season. And the whole entire bullpen today has not given up a single run to the Port Angeles Lefties. 1-2 pitch, cuts him down. 2 strikeouts on the outing for Clint Beck to send the Lefties down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. It's time for the Sox's bats here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Right back here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, the Sox leading 2-0. Back to their bats here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Kyle McGarry going to lead off, and it's Ryder Young and Kainoa Santiago. One of the AppleSox's many graphics playing right now. Shout out Andreas Robles and Grant Chisholm who work on that. Also can see a lot of their work on our YouTube. Make sure to check out the Wenatchee AppleSox YouTube. Clips, highlights, behind-the-scenes footage. Can find it all there. First pitch of McGarry, the breaking ball called for strike one.
And you also get on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, basically anywhere.
TikTok as well.
Yeah, find the AppleSox everywhere.
That one offering. McGarry. Easy take there to slide her off the plate. The count's 1-1.
And one of the most recent videos the Sox made was asking players and broadcasters how they would describe their love life in baseball terms.
Yep. The 1-1 pitch here to Kai McGarry. Fastball yanked down the left field line, just foul. It spins third base coach Mitch Staunton away from it, and the count's 1-2.
I wasn't in that video, but you were. I can't remember what your response was.
Yeah, mine was, had a tryout.
Yeah.
And, dropped short, couldn't sign a long-term deal, and now entering the transfer portal. The 1-2 pitch, the breaking ball away for ball number 2.
And there were some wholesome responses in that, too. Like some guy saying, hey, I signed a deal with the team that I'm going to be with the rest of my life. And it's like, oh, it just melts your heart.
Kyle McGarry waggles his bat, awaits the 2-2 pitch. Rutgers fires. Outside ball 3, and it was funny. The guys who did have girlfriends, behind the scenes during that video, they said they had a lot of pressure to make sure they got it right. So, of course, they wanted to be sentimental. That video was for their, their partners there.
Yeah.
The 3-2 count here on Kai McGarry. He's in the back of the box, foot on the outer chalk. The payoff pitch chases it in the dirt for the first out of the 8th.
Yeah, it's the 4th strikeout for Rutgers today.
And that's number 13.
Now 7 strikeouts for the Lefties in total.
Here's Ryder Young. Another great walk-up song, Low Rider by War.
Yeah.
He's trying to add some more insurance to the Sox. 2-0, not exactly comfortable. Rutgers fires the first offering. It's outside for ball 1. Finishes in the Lefties batter's box. Really easy take there. Sox picked up 1 run in the 2nd and another in the 5th. Both off our RBI doubles. The next offering buried in the dirt by Rutgers. That's 2-0. Infield back, looking to keep the ball in the infield. Not let anything get past them here. 2-0 pitch, fastball just a hair off the plate. And the count is 3-0.
It's starting to get darker here in Wenatchee. The sun already kind of choked out by the smoke, and then it's falling over the horizon, so it's kind of already a little bit darker to begin with.
3 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Ryder Young. Fastball in on the inner half for strike 1. It's kind of hard to see. You can't see the sunset here at Paul Thomas because this smoke is just bogged down. We were looking, it's round 128, the air quality, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups. The 3-1 pitch. Young clips it back, foul into the netting. The count's 3-2. So make sure, stay safe. Be aware of the air quality out here. We got a couple fires around the Wenatchee Valley. So we joke, this is the 5th season we experience here. Here comes the payoff pitch from Rutgers. Young flies one out, deep right field. Holden ranging back at the wall. He hauls it in. Ryder Young thought he had a double, but Holden looked like, at least from our angle, was able to snag it.
And the officiating crew, field ump JT Rentschler and then the plate ump Lance Craig, are now going to have a discussion about that. That's a bit of a weird one. I mean, the ballpark held it, and Holden in right field, I thought he made the catch on that.
Yeah.
The ground. The question is, does it survive the ground, basically? Almost like in football, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, you caught it, but did you maintain possession of it all the way through the ground?
We'll see here is they're going to say it was a double. Holden in right field, not too happy about it. And, it's a hard angle for us out here. As, getting dark out here, it's play all the way at the warning track towards right field. And it must have, as he came down, popped out of his glove. And it looks like the assistant coach for the Lefties is going to ask, what was going on there? Because, a tough play there, but if so, the Sox have a runner over at second base with one out, and that would bring up Kainoa Santiago.
I don't blame him for arguing this. I mean, this is a close game. It's only 2-0 Sox leading against a team that the Sox blew out when they were in Port Angeles. And now, a tight game. This is something you saw in Game 3 of that series in Port Angeles as well. Really, really close game. So right now, every single run counts. So, it's like in the MLB, where you'll hear guys now with the ABS challenge system, they'll say, why are you leaving challenges on the table, right? Use them late in the game. This is the equivalent of that ABS challenge late in the game. Go out and have a conversation and talk. Because you can claw back and out, take a hit away. Every single hit, every single out is incredibly important here in the bottom of the 8th. Sox only leading by 2 runs.
And it looks like the assistant coach going to bat this in a great way, just trying to understand the call, whether, yes, they did call it a double, but a hard angle there. I mean, it looks like initially it was an out, but again, was awarded a double for Ryder Young. But, with all that aside, let's like to thank the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market. Celerity Credit Union presents the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the west lot of Pybus Public Market. So, Lance Kreck, his mind is not changed, and so it's a double for Ryder Young here with one out in the 8th. Kainoa Santiago digs in. Who's 0 for 2 entering his third at-bat of the day in the 6th, where he picked up a double there. Rutgers, Pearson gets the sign from Patterson in the first offering to the Bulldog. Santiago takes the breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1.
You got a pair of Bulldogs here on the diamond for the Sox. Santiago at the plate, and then Ryder Young at second base, also from Gonzaga.
I didn't see much of this spring, as Santiago only 8 ABs. Ryder Young, however, was a consistent day-to-day starter out and left. He's dancing around over at second base in the 1-0 pitch. Runs inside, backs Santiago off a hair, and the count's 2-0. Another thing, that Ryder Young went to school with Landon White, high school. White went to Mount San Antonio before committing to Gonzaga for his sophomore year last year. Young just a year above him. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Rutgers. Fastball high, ball 3.
Yeah, so definitely White playing a bit of a role in why Young decided to go to Gonzaga after his 2 years in JUCO.
3 balls, no strikes. Infield back. Looking to go the easy way. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. It looks like it clips off the umpire's hand. That's walk number 31. 11 shy of the record here.
Yeah, walk number 31 on the season. Puts him on first base, and the head coach for the Lefties going to come out. They got a man warming up down in the bullpen, a right-hander. And that, of course, is John Hernandez for Port Angeles, but he's still getting loose, so chances are Rutgers is going to stay in this game. But yeah, like we said, Ryder Young at second base played 2 years at Chaffey College before making that move to Gonzaga. And you'll see it in baseball a lot, especially in the college level, and even here in Summer League, where guys will go where they know people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing there for Ryder Young, Landon White. Most likely, White probably talked to Young and said, hey, you should come to Gonzaga. You know, I'm going there. You should go there as well. And 2 of them got there. Landon White didn't play quite as much as Ryder Young did. I mean, Ryder Young, 53 games played and 222 at-bats. The Division I level.
Yeah.
For Gonzaga, who is a premium Division I baseball team. 297 his average and 12 home runs. For a good chunk of the season, Ryder Young was leading the team for home runs. And, of course, 54 RBIs, 66 hits. So just an insane season for Ryder Young. And then, like we said, Kainoa Santiago not getting the most amount of action as a true freshman, but he's made up for it here with Wenatchee as the best batter for the Sox so far this summer.
And the head coach of the Lefties having a conversation with Lance Craig as the mound visit went way longer than it should have been. He was arguing about it, and he's still having some words for their home plate ump. The altercation is finished. And here's Paxton Bigby with runners at first and second base. And one out here in the eighth of the Sox lead 2-0. Bigby, a big lefty, playing first base today. First pitch from Rutgers. Fastball, below the knees, ball one.
Yeah, Bigby, he has got a great personality. He is what I imagine a golden lab would be like as a human being.
Golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
Some would call that as well. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, high, ball two.
Just a big, kind dog.
And he came in against the first series against Port Angeles. Him and Bryce Hampton came to the Sox together. Of course, both from different squads. 2-0 pitch to Bigby. He swings and flies one out to shallow left field. In foul territory, Mueller squeezes it for the second out of the side. Runners stay at first and second.
That was funny, too. Smith, the shortstop for the Lefties, came over to offer his assistance and slipped up a little bit there, lost his glove, lost his hat. Bit of a yard sale from the shortstop, Smith, and he wasn't even the one who made the catch. It was Mueller, so he didn't even need him there.
Put in the effort. 100% hustle in every play.
Yeah, just a bit gratuitous, basically.
Here's James Castanola, 2 for 3 today. A double and run scored in the second, a single in the fourth, and a strikeout in the sixth. Rutgers Pearson gets the sign, and the 0-0 offering to Castanola. Fastball outside, ball one. Castanola with the AppleSox in 2024. Did not play last year, but makes his return this year. And 1-0 pitch to James Castanola from Rutgers on the way. Castanola skips it over to shortstop. Smith digs it out of the ground and fires to first for out number 3. The Sox leave 2 men on base after 1 hit, no errors and no runs. They lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the ninth. The Sox 3 outs away from a Game 1 win here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with a local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1/5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
The next 3 batters he faced were all sat down in order. He's going to face Caleb Campbell. Nathan Huey's in a pinch hit here, number 34, coming in for Campbell. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss fastball. Good on a missed. Campbell today was 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a flyout. Here's the 0-1 from Beck. Huey swings through it again. Fastball by him. And Beck was, kind of injured in the last inning. His foot caught the rubber as he delivered, but looking okay now. The 0-2 pitch. High fastball for a count now moving to 1-2. Lights shining bright down here at Paul Thomas. Very hazy in the background. The 1-2 pitch from Beck. It's a fastball just off the plate. A called ball. The count evens at 2s.
And Nathan Huey out of Sahuarita, Arizona. First try.
2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called in the outer half. Great way to start out the ninth.
Now batting, center fielder, number 45.
Brings up Sam Moore. And Sam Moore was with the AppleSox to start off the season. And then left a brief hiatus, and now with the Lefties. Beck fires the first pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, top rung. And counts 0-1. Moore, a switch hitter, batting lefty against the righty. Infield back, looking to go the easy way. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1.
You kind of forget that Sam Moore's a switch hitter. Same thing with Morisaki. You forget it, and then you'll see him switch sides, and you're like, what the? And you'll say, oh, yeah, he's a switch hitter.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Moore waves and misses. It counts 1-2. And speaking of Morisaki, his father, Matty Morisaki, came up pregame year just, honestly, a minute before our pregame show and brought us a thing of macadamia nuts. So, Matty, thank you so much. Great to see you again. And the 1-2 pitch from Beck. Fans him. Back-to-back strikeouts for the all-star Clint Beck.
This is why he has the ninth. Back-to-back punch-outs, 1 out away from a Game 1 win. Sox only up by 2 runs. When the chips are on the table, when it's a close game, you go to Clint Beck.
Will Feltz is here. Excuse me, Sam Matisich. He's going to pinch hit for Feltz here. The first pitch from Beck. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him. Crowd fired up here. Sox 1 out away from a Game 1 victory. They swept the Lefties last time they faced them. Looking to start off the series right. The 0-1 pitch. Slider popped up. Foul territory. Bigby not able to get to it as it lands near the stands. And the count's 0-2. 1 strike away now.
Yeah, Matisich returned to Port Angeles, played with them last summer. 37 games. 274 his average. Had 29 hits in total. He's a kid from Missoula, Montana. Home of University of Montana. Of course, went to Centralia College.
No balls. 2 strikes. Beck looking to close out the ninth and strike out the side. The 0-2 pitch. Deflected towards the screen. Count stays 0-2.
Yeah, all 904 AppleSox fans here tonight. And they want strike out the side. It'd be a perfect cherry on top to this game.
Beck, 3 up, 3 down in the 7th and the 8th. Looking to do the same here. No balls. 2 strikes in the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. A nice chase pitch there. The slider low and away, but Madison with a good eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Sox leading 2-0 here in the top of the ninth. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Beck was quickly up 0-2 as he stepped off the rubber and gets his bearings. Does a great job of staying composed, looking to strike out the side here in the 9th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Sweet fly ball, shallow right field. McGarry moving in, lets it drop foul. Just near the bullpen of the Lefties. Count stays 2-2.
Yeah, McGarry's fast, but he isn't that fast. well out of his range, basically.
Yeah, no need to force it there either. You know, it's 2-2 count. You got Beck, who has some incredible swing and miss stuff. Again, this at-bat just being drawn out. Quickly 0-2, but now Madison's having a good AB here. Beck peers in, gets the sign from Owoduni. The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Clint Beck strikes out the side of the ninth. And for the third time in a row, the Lefties go down in order, 1, 2, 3.
The Sox win 2-0 here in Game 1. More post-game coverage here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time. Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies.